Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, where today we're with Andre. Andre's an experienced agent out here in Dubai. I asked the group chat, I'd love to get with an experienced agent to ask some questions, and he reached out. He's actually one of the first people who came in to speak with us as new starters because he's so experienced in this industry. So Andre, my first question is, how long have you been in real estate?
So just under 7 years now I've been in real estate. 5 years here in Dubai and then 2 years back home in the UK.
And how did the job in Dubai come about?
Well, I was working for a company who had offices in the UK and in Dubai as well. So it's just a case of transferring over.
Yeah. How did you feel about the Dubai industry within the first few months?
Look, the thing that I kind of realised straight away is that the results and the earnings you can make are significantly different to what you can earn back in the UK. And that's probably one of the first things that enticed me to want to come here in the first place. But the simple fact was, at home I was selling a house and I'd be making an 8% cut of the fee that we charge, which was typically for 1 to 2%. Right, selling houses at like £100,000, £150,000. So, you know, 2% on £100,000 house is £2,000, which means you get £160 in your pocket. Yeah. Obviously, then tax comes into play as well. Whereas here, if you rent a property, your minimum is like £250 in your pocket.
So you had a real optimistic look at the opportunity out here in Dubai. Was there any part of you that had a pessimistic look at the industry?
No, I mean, I've been doing sales for nearly over 10 years now. I've been doing sales for, so I know that I'm good at sales. I know I can sell things. I know that if I apply myself to something, I can learn it and, you know, become an expert in it eventually. So I didn't even look at it as like this wouldn't work out. Does that make sense? I knew it would, because I did the same thing at home. I'd done different sales jobs, so I knew that if I came here and worked hard, that's the key thing, right, is working hard, right?
And I can confirm this guy's working hard. He's always on the phone, walking up and down the office. We like to do a little wander, don't we? And it's good to be around. There's a lot of people in here actually who are very driven and hardworking, and just to be around them is beneficial to me.
Yeah, 100%. I think you need that, right? You need to be in an environment where people want more and they're hungry. And even me, like when I see other people doing deals and selling houses, and if I've had a slow week or a slow couple of weeks, I'm thinking, damn, I need to get on the ball, I need to get out there, I need to get selling and pushing.
Even now you have them thoughts?
Yeah, 100%. Because for me, it's not about necessarily just performing the same. Like, I want every year to be better. You know, and that has been that way for me since I've been here, but I want every single year to be pushing those numbers, pushing the sales results. You know, that's the same of the game, right?
It's a great insight, yeah. Just me being around so many people who are doing so well, it's really motivating, and it's lighting a fire in my belly. Especially coming here and having to start from scratch is what you do in Dubai, isn't it? You don't necessarily know anyone. You just start from scratch, just being around certain people like yourself, and you know there's others in the office. It really just puts a fire inside your belly too.
100%, mate. And the thing is as well, like, it's not even necessarily like you have to be here for 5 years to do what, say, like I'm doing or what someone else is doing. And if you look at Jay, for example, right, he's been here for...
Blue Water's Jay, that's someone, because he's on the table behind me, he's on the same team as me. It's good to look up to them kind of people.
Yeah, 100%.
You just look at them. I'm capable of doing what they do if I put the work in they put in.
Yeah,
100%. Years ago. And they've been
but even Jay, like, I was going to say, he's only been here for like 10 or 11 months.
Is it?
Yeah, like it's not like he's been doing this for 10 years or whatever, and it's you need to be as experienced as him. Like, he's not that experienced, but he's a workhorse, right? He's working hard, he's obviously great with people, and he's using the tools that he's been, you know, learned from his past careers to put towards real estate. So I think that that kind of just shows you as well, like, what you can do as a new person. It's not like you have to be here for a decade or 5 years or 4 years. Like, you can make that serious kind of numbers now.
And it won't happen in a week as well, unless you strike luck, but it can happen within a year or 2 years.
Yeah, 100%.
What would be your advice for a new agent in the market?
My advice would be, most companies like Whitecar will always assign new agents a specific area to specialise and focus in.
Mm-hmm.
Not all companies do that.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, some companies will just say like, oh, you know, welcome to the team, go and do whatever you
Go
want.
and find.
Yeah, but you really need to have some kind of focus. And even like say within your area, like Marina's pretty busy, right? There's loads of different towers and everything. Maybe you start and you say, okay, I'll do these 5 towers.
Yeah.
You know, these 3. Or maybe this week I'll do this 1.
Yeah.
Right? You have to have a plan on a smaller scale to build up your business. So I'd say a bit of focus, in whichever way you find that right, a bit of focus in terms of location, becoming an expert in that specific location. So maybe you start with, you know, 1 tower or 2 towers and you become experts in those 2 towers, right?
Yeah.
And then you start, okay, well let's go to this 3rd tower, then you're expert on that one. And then you add more. And then obviously over time you build your repertoire, build your knowledge and your inventory as well. So I would say just try and make sure you know as much as possible about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 specific things and build it up as you go.
That's really good advice, because even me as a newcomer, I'm just like, I'm not even checking where certain towers are, I'm just trying to figure out where I can find some results. But especially as a long game, I'm going to take that advice really on board, and Poppy gave me similar advice just a couple of days ago, and as to find certain towers, really become clued up on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything they have to offer, and that's going to be your way forward.
And what you'll find as well is, say if you specialise in, I don't know, like Ocean Heights, right?
Yeah.
You specialise there and you get to know the tower inside out, you might get an inquiry and then you want to look at a different tower. You've got loads of teammates there, right? They'll have stock, right? Then you show them a different tower, then you see that tower and you're like, okay, this tower has these and these things. Now suddenly you know 2 towers, then you have another client to see a different tower and you know that tower, like, it will expand anyway without you trying.
Yeah, and my ignorant mind hears that and thinks, nah, that can't be the way forward. But if 2 separate people experience are giving me that exact same advice, and the people succeeding the most follow that process, and that's the process you need to follow.
Yeah, 100%. And mate, Poppy was one of the top leasing agents when we used to work at our previous company.
Yeah.
Like, she smashed it. She was making the kind of money that sales brokers make in leasing.
Oh yeah, we've got a couple of them on the marina as well.
Yeah, exactly. I know, yeah. So yeah, she's very, very good. She knows what she's talking about. You know, she's not just. It's not. You know, some trainers haven't necessarily even worked as an agent, like, or have worked as an agent but weren't a successful agent.
Yeah.
We're very lucky here to have her because she was a successful agent and she knows what she's talking about. So yeah, definitely.
The trainer was phenomenal, to be honest. Now, you kind of answered this one when you were in a room talking to us guys. By the way, how did you feel when you were doing that? You're very comfortable?
Which group?
When you came, just the recent one.
The last one, yeah?
Yeah.
And then there's new guys today. Yeah, like, it's fine. Like, it was my 2nd time doing it, so I do it every month. I did it today as well with these guys. It's fine. Like, the first one I was a bit like, oh, don't know really what to say, like, because I didn't have like a plan. It's not like I came in with like a plan of like, I'm going to say all these things. Yeah. Right. But I think that's kind of the best way. Just come in and just say, listen, guys, this is what I do. Like, you know, I'm sure you all have a million questions. Yeah. And I think that if I said like one short thing, then like 5 more questions back at that. Do you know what I mean?
I've got a compliment for you actually, because when you walked out of that room, everyone was buzzing. Everyone was like, how good was that? How much value did we gain from that? And, it didn't seem like it was your 2nd time, 3rd time. So what personality traits should someone have if they're considering a job in real estate and do it?
You have to be determined and you have to be of a more optimistic mindset. Because it is a hard job, like mentally it's a tough job, things don't always go the way you want them to go. So you need to have that resilience to push through those times. Yeah, the reality is you're going to get setbacks, knockbacks, all this stuff, right? You need to just crack on, because you never know, if you get one deal done, that deal could be life-changing potentially. Yeah.
I move like an optimist and a visionary, but even I've got that little voice at the back of my head. I'm probably giving a little bit too much time to it at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you think that can be used as a good force of motivation, or would you recommend just completely see the bright side of this situation?
Look, like, everybody has doubts, right? Like it's human. It's human to be thinking, oh, like, can I do this? Can I do that? Like it's human, right? But it's just a case of cracking on. Like don't let that voice in your head deter you from doing the things you need to do. It's one thing if you think, okay, so I need to make, I don't know, 50 calls and book 5 viewings. If you do that, and you think in the back of your head, oh, blah, 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 and you do it anyway, fine. If you've got that voice in the back of your head and you think, oh, actually, I can't do this, oh, well, I've done 2 viewings now, so I guess I'll go home. I've made 20 calls now, so I guess I'll finish. Then obviously it will affect you, right? And then it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
So I think it's a case of, it's normal, it's human to doubt yourself and to think like,
at least have a voice there, you know?
Yeah, it's normal, right? For anything you do in life, you're gonna feel that way.
Well, this job actually reminds me exactly how I felt when I was starting YouTube, because I was putting out videos every single day. I was editing for like 2 hours a day, and it was like 4 months of spending all my money and not seeing any results, you know? Having to come back home as well from traveling around Latin America. With 200 subscribers, I don't know if you saw now, but it's going a lot better. And
how many have you got now?
We just passed 15k.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's great.
Sick.
Great. So it really took some resilience to be seeing no results, spending all that money in front of everyone's face, and to then end up being somewhat successful in a short period of time as well, 17, 18 months. And I'm really just applying that mentality to this real estate. So I'm going above and beyond what I should be doing. And I'm seeing nothing at the moment, but I just, even though maybe that little voice is in the back of my head, I'm just keeping pushing to do well.
Yeah, I mean, you've been here for now like a month?
Yeah.
Just under a month? Is it a month? Yeah, a month? Yeah. I think the reality is, mate, like, this month you've had so much to learn. You've had to learn how to do the job, rules, laws, regulations. You've had to learn about the marina, the area, probably a couple of different towers, all these kind of things. Learn how to, like, make the pitch on the phone when you're talking to sellers, how to book views, how to use the CRM, how to drive on the right hand side of the road. Maybe you've done that a bit in
that was the most difficult.
Yeah, and the roads here are madness.
Yeah.
So there's so many things to take in, so you can't be too hard on yourself. Like, you know, it takes time, and just because you might not have got where you want to be today now, doesn't mean you can't get there in 3 months, in 2 months, next month, whatever it is.
Sweet. So, is there anyone you wouldn't recommend this job to?
Yeah, for sure. Like, if you are somebody who doesn't want to work hard, this isn't the job for you. Like, there's some people that think that this job is simple and easy, but they underestimate the level that some agents perform at. The minority, right? But there is some very, very, very good agents in this market. You know, there's some very good agents that know what they're doing. And if you're just here for a jolly, if you're just here for a jolly, then you know the buyers and the tenants and the landlords and the sellers will figure you out. They'll find you out. You know, if one guy's calling them, giving them a report and an update, and this is what's happening in the market, interest rates, and this is what tenants are feedback into, you know, our company and our staff. Or you're calling that, I'd like to list it, can I do like a nice video for my YouTube and your thing. That's one thing, right? Yeah. There's another thing if you're like saying, I know these facts, I don't want to do a YouTube video because that's going to help your exposure. Yeah. Right? There's 2 different ways of saying the same thing, right? And you're not going to get far if you're not knowledgeable. You need to have knowledge.
You need to be able to answer questions, and you can't be casual about it.
This is it, yeah. It's good to have fun as well, but also you need to be able to know when to talk business, right?
Yeah. Understood. Great answers. I think myself and other new agents will find this video extremely helpful. Have you had any funny or unusual stories from being an agent in Dubai?
That's not what I talk about on YouTube, no.
That's fair enough. I was probably expecting that answer. Once the video's finished, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll update you after.
So, last 2 questions now. How did it feel when you first started gaining success you wanted? Like when you started performing way above what you could have done in the UK? Was it humbling, or did you?
I don't think I'm at a point where I feel as if I've reached where I want to be yet.
Yeah.
I'm not at that point yet. Obviously, when the first time I made like a considerable amount more than I made in the UK, I was obviously, I was overjoyed, I was very happy.
Yeah.
I was like really pleased. But yeah, like there's still a long way to go. I'm still on that journey. I'm 27 years old.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm young. There's a long way to go.
Yeah.
There's a long way to go.
I have a feeling that might always be your answer, no matter how far you go in this industry.
Yeah, it's
tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those things, right? Like I sell family homes, and then you look and you see people selling these buildings for 400 million and everything. And
yeah.
There's all these crazy big deals that happen in Dubai. And look, I'm happy. I'm happy with where I am now. I'm on the right path, but there's still a long way to go. There's nothing wrong with appreciating your wins. Like Aidan was saying yesterday, right? You've got to appreciate your wins, but that doesn't mean that I put my feet up now.
Yeah.
So it's really a case of just chipping away. I'm confident we'll get somewhere that I can be satisfied with one day.
Just by hearing you on the phone, man, no doubt. Got everything it takes. Well, you're already performing incredibly, but yeah. Last question. You kind of answered it there, actually. What's next for yourself? Just keep on doing the right thing, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, there's we're building the Emirates Living team here. Focus on Meadows, Lake Springs, Emirates Hills area. So for me, like, I get more satisfaction when the guys in my team are selling really than when I sell.
Really?
So for me now, like, it's just about taking our team to the level that would mean that we're all, getting great results. Do you know what I mean? I want all everyone to be getting great results, selling loads of houses, getting our branding out there, doing more videos, more presence online, things like this. It'll take time, but I mean, we're the 5th highest for listings now in the area. We're getting the 3rd highest amount of leads as well. So, we're at a very, very good starting point. We still have some space to go as well.
I'm just gonna add on another one, because I've been at this company a short amount of time, but I really think highly of the way it's run. What can you say about Whitecar?
Listen, it's a fantastic place. I've worked at a couple of different real estate companies now. Yeah. I've not worked somewhere before where the CEO has been so focused on how we feel, not just in the sense of like how do we feel turning up to work every day, but how do we feel in all aspects of our life. And I think having Aidan yesterday just shows that. Obviously there's like all these incentives that we do like every week with the tombola and all these things, which phenomenal. There's no other real estate companies giving incentives out the way that Whitecar gives incentives. I can tell that now for a fact. There isn't. Of course, they all do incentives, but not to this level. No one's doing it to this level. And yeah, I think yesterday for me it was really mind blowing having Aidan in. I guess you spoke a little bit to the guys about that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, for some reason that's when my GoPro decided to stop filming, but Andre went on to just compliment our CEO for what he's doing for the company, and I just gotta emphasize that point because it's so true. Not only the CEO but all the management. It's a very healthily run company and I'm proud to be here, happy to be here. But as far as making it work for me, it's on my back right now. And I appreciate Andre's words of wisdom, and I also know that I'm doing the right thing out here. I appreciate you all guys for watching. Andre's contacts on screen, my contacts are now on screen. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.